family. Can you hear me? Okay. And Ron, all those with music, and my family, and my friends, and everybody that showed up today. Thank you. I don't have to tell you how I felt about her. She was my whole life. But I wanted to mention a few things. Eileen had a real tough time when she was growing up. She had to care for 3 siblings that were younger than her. And those times, those days, that's why it was called graveyard times, she had to take her younger brother and younger sisters with her, and she did all the food shopping. She went to the laundromat with them. She helped them through school. And I'll be doggone, I don't know how the heck she maintained a 95 average. Me and I would have probably got a 0. But she did that. And, unfortunately, she had a lot of problems with her family. And even through that crisis, she got an all expenses paid scholarship to go to St. John's University, which in New York is probably, if not the best, one of the best schools in New York. All expenses paid. Geez, I was lucky Kalamazoo took me. But she threw the scholarship aside because of family troubles and went to work on Wall Street. That's where I met her. And after meeting her for a while, we became a very close item. And unfortunately for me, I got drafted and I had to go to Vietnam. But during that year, she wrote me a letter every day. Every day. Now I was a combat soldier. I can't tell you how that touched me. Every day she wrote me a letter. That lifted me up, I'll tell you that. I come home and we got married. Through the grace of God, I got 3 beautiful children. Eileen had 3 pregnancies. Her second pregnancy, she had a miscarriage. Broke her up real bad. Real bad. I didn't think she'd want to try again for a third, but third pregnancy, I had twins. And I had to keep telling her, Eileen, the good Lord gave you that one back. And it was, we didn't know we were having twins. Back in 1973, one was on top of the other. So the doctor only could find one heartbeat. And at that time, I wasn't allowed to go into the room, you know, to watch birth and all that. And I get a call. You had 2, huh? So I go and there's Kircher A, Kircher B. I look. Next thing I know, there's a nurse giving me smelling salts. I went down. It was just incredible. And, we've always been very, very close. And with Eileen, I'm the one that had the sense of humor in her family, and she didn't. Every time I'd say to her, Eileen, you don't have a sense of humor. Her remark to me, I married you, didn't I? All the kids, we tried to get her to stop smoking. That was a bad habit. One day, when the kids were teenagers, we bought what they called loads. These loads were like tiny toothpicks that if you stuck them into a cigarette, boom, they exploded. So, my good son had put one in one of his cigarettes to try it out. Sure enough, boom! She looked at me like, oh, reminded me of The Exorcist. I thought she was going to kill me. I pointed to him right away, you know.
Thanks.
That was the only time in my life that I ever saw Eileen run. Never saw her run before. She ran after him. I think he ran to Boston, New York. It was incredible. Could she cook? Well, what do you think? She was one heck of a cook, my wife. And we were, not only we were lovers, husband and wife, but I think it was my best friend. And man, I tell you, just like my kids, love her to death. I love her so much. And this is going to be some loss, because we're married since 1968, a lot of years. And I thank God that He gave me those wonderful years with her. And I know she's up there in heaven. I have no doubt. And Eileen, if you hear me, you know I still love you with all the fiber in my heart. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it.